Hey guys, Julia here. Welcome back to the channel. And it has been a while. It's been almost 2 months since my last video, but I'm super excited to be back. I'm married and honeymoon was great, wedding was great, all of that. And I missed you guys. So we are just gonna hop right into 5 more bullet journal reusable spreads. And so if you don't know what a reusable spread is, I highly suggest you watch the kind of first part to this video where I explain reusable spreads and how to make them happen. I'll leave that linked up here and down in the description. But in this video, I will share 5 more reusable spread ideas with you that will hopefully make your 2024 and beyond planning a little more efficient and save you some pages. If this is your first video here, welcome. My name is Julia. I do bullet journaling, planning. I love anything creative, so you'll see some travel journaling. You'll see fountain pens and inks here. So if that sounds like your vibes, consider subscribing, like the video if you get some value out of it. So let's get into 5 more reusable bullet journal spread ideas. Okay, the first reusable spread idea is this ideal or base weekly. So with this, the reusable section is this middle section here. I'm sure you can see it because it's shiny, but you can use this spread as a way to kind of plan out what you want your ideal week to be. You can also kind of set in the base events and meetings and things that you have going on in a week. And a cool thing about this is, of course, that it's reusable. So if you find that you aren't really working out on Monday and doing your cardio, you can just, move it over. You're like, maybe Tuesday is a better fit for your weekly. So you just move it over here, workout, cardio, because you decided that you're going to have a board game night on Monday. So I really like the flexibility of this. You can also just have this base weekly and then move it over to any weekly spreads that you use, or just have it here and reference it throughout your months. And of course, reusable, so you can use it all year long and change it up as your needs change. And so I really love this. You can see here I have it kind of sectioned out between AM and PM. Of course, you can do that, or if you don't want to section it out, or if you want to have time blocks, whatever it is, I love that you can kind of just make your own standard and then work around that. Okay, this is probably my favorite reusable spread idea, and this is a sticky-free Kanban board. So if you don't know what a Kanban board is, it is usually riddled with sticky notes, and those sticky notes aren't reused. Once the project's done, you have a sticky note graveyard in the back, or you're just throwing them away. And so this is a fun way to have less waste, and it's just a really cute spread, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and move these and try to talk you through how this is set up. All right, so as far as the setup for this, none of this is reusable, and you can decorate them however you want. You can decorate not at all and just have your columns here. And then this row is reusable, so you can use this for a variety of projects and the stages that a project goes through until completion. So in this case, I just use like a graphic design project. So when I'm working on something, when something's proofed out, when edits are needed, and when something is approved. Again, if I didn't want to track, let's see, approved, and instead wanted to track whenever it was invoiced out, I could do that instead. So these little things are your reusable stickies. So this is just a large piece of paper. Again, you can use whatever type of paper you want to. This is some sort of pearl paper. It's a little bit thicker. I would say it's It's about the same 100 GSM as the Archer and Olive sheets here, but I just did a section of a sheet and then just put the reusable laminate on there, cut it out, and of course rounded the corners because I'm psychotic. So the thing that makes this sort of like a sticky note but not really are these little repositionable tabs on the back. This isn't the exact ones that I wanted to get, but I was in a rush. I will link the ones that I did intend to get, but these do work well too, but they're restickable mounting dots. And so I just put those on the back. They do not bulk up. I was going for thin too, because you don't want a super thick thing on top and then bulk up your notebook. So these are pretty thin, and you can just stick all your projects. You just have to be a little careful. You can stick all your projects on here. We'll say that this one's proofed out. This one needs some edits. And so yeah, as things move through the process, you can move them to different areas. And then once a project is done, you can just erase it. This is reusable as well. This is just like a little project note section, but it's also like a little sticky graveyard. So yeah, I really think this is cool. If you have cool papers or want to do cool backgrounds, like you can make it a super cute Kanban board. And then, let's see. How fun is this? And then down here, I just have like a little envelope that has some of the supplies. So if I needed to make another project on the go, I have a few more of these reusable stickies and some of those little restickable mounts. So if you're taking your journal with you anywhere and you find that you need a new project and you've used all of your reusable stickies, then you have those available to you. And yeah, I just love this one. Super fun. So hey, editing Julia here. So I was thinking about this, of course, after I filmed this video, and you can also use sticky notes for this, but put the reusable section over the sticky note. That way you don't have to buy like the little mounts or anything. You can just use whatever cute sticky notes you have and whatever magic sticky glue that's on the back of those, and just put the reusable film over it, write on it, erase, bam, you have your magical Kanban board. So yeah, just thought I'd hop in and say that. Back to it. Okay, let's move on to the next idea, which is a monthly reset. So with the monthly reset, you're only making this list one time. So every month you can come through and not have to have a new spread. You can decorate it, go all out one time, and then go back every month to get through this. So I just have an example of cleaning. So maybe you section that out by room or by whose responsibility it is. And then you have your checklist here. So the only thing that's reusable here are the little bullets, the little squares. And then over here, if you want to have a journaling monthly reset, that's a good idea to, migrate things over, do your monthly reflections, things like that. You can have in this checklist, and then some self-care. So call a friend, burn a candle, whatever it is that you want to do on the monthly basis for self-care, and just have this one checklist. Another section that's reusable here is the date. So you can see the last time you went through the list. And then another kind of cool thing is having a key for some of this. So the ones that have an X on it, in this case, means that maybe I didn't do these things. So I can see the next time that I come to this list, okay, I might want to wash my makeup brushes because I didn't do that last month. And then this little arrow I'm just using in this example to show like, okay, well, I'm not doing it when I do my monthly reset, but I am going to put it in a weekly spread so I can get it done a little later. So this is kind of like later. So again, whenever I'm coming back here, I can see, okay, I said I was going to do this later. Then I can go check in my weeklies to see if I actually did that. You're coming back to this spread, you just erase it out, and then start fresh. You don't really, this is definitely for things that you don't need to have a record of, hey, I did this thing. You just want to make sure you do all the things. And so I really like checklists like this because I can just make it pretty one time and then just use it for when I need it and not have a bunch of unnecessary spreads, and I can save pages and all of that. So yeah, I would just put in the new date and then you can go at it. I guess it would be a good time to mention that I will have the supplies linked down below as well. Okay, flipping over the next idea, kind of get a 2-in-1 here. This is where this bonus idea comes in. So this first one is just an area to vent. And I love this one because sometimes like you just need to get some stuff out. You need to be like, you know, I hate sour cream or whatever it is. I actually love sour cream, but just that's the first thing that came to mind. But you can just say, I hate sour cream or whatever, and then get it out and then erase it. And I think this one is a good idea because a lot of the time whenever we're venting or we just need to get something out, you might not have that other notebook to do that, or like you're not going to go back and read some of those like negative thoughts, and you know, sometimes it's not worth using up a notebook for negativity. If you need to do that, cool. I definitely do, but this is just an idea if you need something else a little more accessible and just for those times where you don't have the materials and things around you to vent. So this is the vent area. As you can see, this whole middle section is the reusable part. And then this, I do use something similar a lot in my bullet journal now. And it's kind of like a math scratch pad. So in my case, I'm usually doing like GRT or like sales tax or whatever. So in my case, I have an end state thing and I'll like write down what things I need for that, blah, 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 add it together. Oh my God, do not judge me on this quick math. And then I might have an out state. And then I need to add these together. And then I might need to know what that is and percents and all that. So it's nice to, yes, you have a calculator and all of that, but sometimes you do need to hold on to numbers or hold on to information before you get totals. So this is just a fun little math scratch pad that doesn't use up any extra paper, doesn't leave sticky notes around with just random numbers, sensitive information, whatever it is. So I like to build in a little space for scratch writing that I don't necessarily need to keep. And this page is super cute. Why not make it cute? Okay, the last one that I have for you guys is probably the most intense to try to get right as far as the reusable section. Like all of this from here down is reusable. So it takes some measuring, it takes some care for sure. But with this, the trick is you just want to make sure that the reusable section covers all of your dots, because this spread is a spread to test layouts. So if this looks familiar, it is the planning space for this spread. So before you put pen to paper, you can test out different layouts. You can see where you want your decoration to go. You can practice lettering, all of that stuff kind of right here. Something that's not erasable, like these dots, that's just there for reference. So another thing you could do is number out all of these different dot grid spaces, maybe horizontally and vertically, and know whenever you go to make the real spread that you'll know like where everything should fall. Yeah, I really love this idea, and you don't have to obviously keep a hold of this whenever you're done. I swear it usually doesn't take this long. This has just been sitting here for a little bit. You can actually use a little water if you want it to get everything off. But of course, since it's been sitting here for a couple of days, it's taking a little bit more elbow grease. So yeah, this is also another favorite reusable spread idea, is just having a space to like test out, okay, how many boxes should my calendar spread be? How many boxes if I want to split in half without, again, putting pen to paper and making a mistake and then having to figure out how to fix it, yada, yada. So yeah, this is my last idea for the reusable spread. So we will just flip through them once again. We have the ideal or base weekly spread, the sticky free Kanban board, the monthly reset checklist here, the venting space, the scratch pad mathy spread, and then the layout testing spread. So let me know what you guys think here. Let me know which one is your favorite, which one you're gonna try out. If you have any more ideas, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you need more ideas. I can definitely think some up and see some of the ways that this reusable spread idea can help and make planning a little more efficient for you. If you need a reminder of how to do the reusable spread and all of that, I will leave the video for you right here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.